even sure I nailed it yet, but I'm close.
Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish he might be describing.
It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy or both, perhaps?
Now
Oh
you've
God,
got him right where you want him.
Reveal it.
Should you
Are we
reveal
about
your
to
new
invite
creation to
original
him,
or spicy?
or keep it a secret just for you? You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders.
This is how we get the second ingredient.
Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day.
I present to you my original shit. My original coleslaw.
Oh, I can't wait to steal this.
The shredded cabbage glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' looks hide away.
Magnificent.
Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl.
Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I like to have it around so I can admire the taste later and think back on this moment.
That's so gross. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, sure.
Please, it's not that weird, but make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in a moment when I go slip into a better dress.
Like, just saving one bite's the weird part. If it was more, that'd be okay, I guess. But it's just one bite,
I
you
like
know?
that he's just saving it in his mouth. In like the back of his mouth. He's
Oh.
Colonel Sanders is gonna be the villain, and he's just gonna analyze it and steal your recipe, dude.
No!
Just saying.
You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Ooh.
Oh man.
Oh, I was just trying to advance wherever it was, but I accidentally clicked on that.
But
so
look
whatever.
at this chicken.
Look at that chicken! You notice a
Look
very
at that
realistic
chicken.
stuffed chicken sitting on the corner of the table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic. It's real.
taxidermy? Must have been real important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive.
A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads,
The true state of bird of the great state of Kentucky.
You can hear his voice as you read it. Where do you want to click now, Jundi?
Baby.
An adorable little baby crawls across the floor. From a goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle.
Who frames a baby picture of just themselves?
That's true. Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right?
Camel.
The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt.
Maybe this is where he discovered one of the secret herbs and spices and time travel?
Oh,
Oh shit.
That
No,
door
not
opened.
yet. We
Let's
need to
go in
gather
there.
more information.
No.
More
The
information.
herbs and spices could be in that urn. Taste it.
Who are the two guys?
okay. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit
Something's
like
not right
Colonel
here.
Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. You look closely and see that there's a short inscription.
I wonder who my friend Pete is. This is weird.
It is.
Who, no, not what's in the urn. Who's in the urn?
You take a closer look at a large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says,
Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures, as well as my enemies.
Poor guy. What's he drinking there on the table?
that's a candle, my Dan.
Oh, I thought
it was coleslaw.
A scented candle. You pick it up and try to drink it. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake. Summer of 69. No, it's one of the secret ingredients recipes. It's
Agent Orange.
What's on the table?
It's a comb. Yep. A lock of silver
You can
hairs.
start your hair doll.
Yeah! Woven through the teeth of the comb.
It's one of the secret ingredients.
Oh, yeah! Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just a silvery in color. It's actually made of spun silver. Whoa!
The other thing that's not the door.
This must be where he keeps the secret recipe.
Oh, it's a safe.
Ooh, you think for a moment. What number is important to Colonel Sanders? And it
420.
dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note.
Can chicken be prepared sashimi style?
No.
Check the
Oh,
outside, I guess.
Yeah, outside.
You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death?
What? I don't even know your name, dude. Why would I avenge you?
I could just tell you my name right now. It's...
You just see in the middle of something? Jesus.
You open the window a crack and the ghost of student is swept out with a breeze.
Oh no.
Alright, let's go fuck.
You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket's a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in its scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on. He wants you to taste it. You try to act casual, until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket.
I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you.
Oh, crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off.
Also, were you smelling my jacket?
It's apparently a thing in Japan to eat sashimi-style chicken.
Wow.
Ugh.
I wouldn't do that.
Nope.
Yeah, me either.
That's raw, right?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
My
Wibble
cousin
wobble.
Salmonella.
Tell this man the truth. Thank you, Wibble Wobble.
Like the Colonel's fried chicken.
Thank you, Wibble. Alright, what's up?
Tell him the truth. I just wanted to smell you.
You confess.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Feelings for you. This is not what I meant. I just meant to say I just wanted to wear your fucking jacket game. What the hell?
You just got mass affected.
Yep.
I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dream.
Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door.
Juddy, no!
The thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself.
Colonel!
Yeah, what's up?
I honestly think this thing, this meeting,
I think you're right. We should take things
No,
slow,
no,
like
no,
a
no,
like
no,
a slow
no.
cooker.
You
No.
talk
Pressure cooker.
late
Yeah.
into the night and drift off into a
I
slumber.
brought you a meal and you didn't even eat it.
Dream sequence!
Well, that was day 2.
You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions,
Agent Orange.
isn't even legal. But if the recipe is secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast. Your mouth waters at the sight of it.
Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. Look how simple it is.
Ridiculous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question.
So, would you say that they were a perfect match or what?
How presumptuous.
My cuisine and your taste buds, that is.
Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery?
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Flatter his ass. You know, I think we might make a great team.
A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window.
And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail.
Business partner? Could he be talking to you? This is all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Oh fuck, there's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School and Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is waiting for you.
Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you.
It's alright. I was just like...
But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam.
Yeah. Sure.
Do not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date.
I'm sure I believe that.
Since I've been partnered with Clark, he asked me to go out with him. Of course I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said sure, and then I got to know his vibration settings.
Oh, wow.
My God.
Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control.
Did she just say skydiving? As if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker?
And now I'm not really sure where we stand.
You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear.
And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night, girl.
You what?
Nothing happened, but the emotional connection, wowzer.
Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school.
Why is that a button?
I guess they didn't want to talk about it. I don't know. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go to your separate ways. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because Pop.
What's a swirly? Sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great! I'll order you one up right away.
I love my swirly with sprinkles, please. Please, because it's a dog and a treat.
Oh,
I can get you a swirly dip too.
Why don't you pick on someone your own shit? They're both huge.
Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school.
That's what I was saying.
There's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature?
You've got some nerve, Jundi, suggesting I pick on defenseless horse.
Now you're twisting my words and I will not have it.
You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you could go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up.
I'll never give up. Ever.
Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on.
Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Jundi, how's the hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon.
I love how school's just 3 days long in this world.
That's the whole semester.
That's dope.
Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive.
What is he doing complimenting her?
But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about your food is received.
It's a lot of words to say. It was bland.
Excuse me, Jundy, I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more about your thoughts as we walk the class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine arts of fine food and fine ladies. See ya, Jundy.
Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by the interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages.
Whoa, that's a book? Looks like bad news.
Just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff, even though it came from a fucking demon.
A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful.
I can think of one surefire way to find out. Let's fuck with it.
You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page.
I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam.
Damn.
That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger.
Okay, fine, that is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you. Pretty good excuse to try it out.
But all the ingredients we learned, no!
It's true, we would fail. Is this your
Shit.
decision, Jund?
So is this like the... So this is like the, do I follow my own path or do I follow the Sanders path?
Do you want to be a Popeyes boy or a KFC
and in
boy?
and in a KFC commercial, you know the right answer.
Yeah, I mean, I guarantee the cast of Forbidden Spell is just gonna make us lose. You forgot how to breathe and you get embarrassed.
You also forgot that you're a chef.
Alright, I guess don't do it.
You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class, dude. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and begins to breathe quickly.
Second one.
Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you to never come back here, Terrence! I will destroy you, Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off of his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You'd better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again! After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone.
Can you imagine showing up to like class and then your teacher just turns feral and just starts pissing everywhere? No, thank you.
It happens sometimes. It's a dog thing.
Dog moment, I understand.
I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Dundee, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room.
I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger?
Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises.
Babe.
But no, you had to show off your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan. J&J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. And take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain, or off a cliff for all I care.
Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of its gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks.
Oh,
No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank.
Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has no wheels, or has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. It'll loop again, I think. There it goes.
I'll eat that.
In terms of deep fried footwear, I guess it looks alright.
Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend that they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. That was, unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam trademark. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. This time approaches. See you all in the arena! But before you can think about the upcoming competition, a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk.
But you didn't teach us anything.
That's true.
Hey, Miriam. You okay?
Okay. So mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone?
Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke. Even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy.
I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You, girl, you don't need anyone, alright? Me and you, we gonna cruise through this final test, hit the carpool lane of Success City. Me and Colonel, you can ride
Miriam.
shotgun.
Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feelings all the way because she's thinking of Colonel Sanders there, and it's kind of weird.
You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sandy's stallion and ride off into the sunset without me?
Oh, no, I am. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else that you meet today or tomorrow, but this whole year, so what? You're a special person who stood and settled for the first someone to show a little interest in you anyhow.
Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks.
I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup.
And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up.
You know, Jundi, you gave a really good advice there to Miriam. That was very mature of you.
What did I say?
You don't need the first guy to show you any bit of affection.
Oh, yeah, honestly, Clank seemed pretty cool, though.
I mean, yeah, but he did take her skydiving just to impress his friends. That's more of a...
See, you only heard her side of the story, so you haven't talked to Clank yet.
Well, we don't know his language.
And that's on you for being inconsiderate of his language.
Robotist, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. But that's okay, because you had a better idea on how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head into the arena early to practice a dish. This is it. The location of your final battle. Challenge. Test of will. Test of courage. Test of talent. and a chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man,
Why is he not in jail?
and his evil counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on. Jundy's famous chicken pot pie.
It's famous.
After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you. You're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel
You got
Sanders.
fucking blossoms in my
You got-
food again, man. You gotta stop doing this.
Got some more ideas I can steal? Jundy, what are you doing here?
Just taking it all in. I'm kind of like big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and I'm just picturing victory.
The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you.
Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious.
So I could steal it.
You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry. Last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires. But that decision gets hard to stick to when you got a boner. The oven timer goes off behind you.
Fess up. I ain't lying to this man. He knows. All right. Yeah, you got me.
Yes, give me them trade secrets.
A little bit more than visualizing. It's the Marie Callender's pot pie.
Oh, I know. I can smell a pot pie from 400 yards.
That's an oddly specific distance. But you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man.
You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell.
Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all buttery crust.
I like Sweet's message. Once you hit 401 yards, it's like, what is that? Could be anything.
And my nose is telling me something else.
Oh no, is it burning?
Ha ha, no. I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC.
Oh,
THC.
you had the band playing some music in the background on a stereo.
I also added some salt and pepper. But it'll probably be burning any second if you don't pull it out. Pull out! Pull out now!
The moment of truth!
Wow, came out already opened.
It's the best pot pie I ever did tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day.
So who took a bite already? Was it Pop?
It was me.
Oh, you son of a
I
bitch.
just
Ate it right
tasted
out of
it.
the oven, 500 degrees.
God damn. There's no
I have
time
to
left.
pee so bad, and I'm not going to because this is a tense moment.
This is really tense. The final showdown is about to begin! Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules! That is, except to cook with everything you've got!
We're just gonna make the KFC menu. You already know it.
Oh yeah. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe restricted fried chicken. The intensity of the room starts at full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious! Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air.
Egg wash.
Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth.
Best friend, best taster pal, blub, blub.
Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roll! Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed.
Shallow personality spatula.
Even Clank gets in on it.